Hello fellow writers, my name is Michelle Winkler. I'm an indie author in training, currently working on my debut novel, Dust on the Altar. It's in betas right now, and I'm hoping to have it published by late next year. On this channel, I tell you about my publishing journey and some of the mistakes I've made so that hopefully you don't have to make them too. Today I'm going to be replying to Megan Tennant's Indiecember writing tag. If you don't know what Indiecember is, where have you been all year? Last year she started the Indiecember reading challenge, and I'm going to link to her video about all that in the description below. The challenge basically is to read books anytime. It can be any time of year, but you review them in December. Each time you review a book, you get to mark it off on the bingo board, and when you have either a row or a column, or if you cover the whole board, either way, it gives you entry into the giveaway in January. So fun prizes. If you love reading books, this is definitely a great challenge to take part in. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today, it's the writing challenge, not the writing challenge. I keep calling it wrong. The writing tag. So what is the Indiecember writing tag? I'm going to link to her video where she tagged everyone in the description below, but basically you do a bingo style board and there's 25 questions. Draw a random number and then answer that question, and the questions are geared towards either your work in progress or your published indie book. Like I said, my book's going to be published next year, so it's not out yet, but I am going to be answering the questions based on my fantasy novel, Dust on the Altar. So after I've picked the number and answered the question, I get to mark it off on the board. Hopefully I won't have to answer a bazillion questions before we get bingo. The minimum would be 5, the maximum would be some number bigger than 5. I guess we'll wait and see. All right, so the random number generator, since I'm using my phone to film this, is going to be off of Google. You can't really see what comes up on the screen there, so just trust me, it's going to be random. All right, so the first one is number 4. Elves. Do you have any writing helpers you'd like to shout out? Emotional support maybe, or a critique partner, anyone who helps you from the shadows. Wow, I have a lot of those. My beta readers are very important to me, as are my critique partners. You all know who you are. Without them, I mean, this book wouldn't be what it is. They tell me what's wrong with it, they tell me what's right with it, and help me make it better. So I'm eternally grateful to them. Okay, so the second number is question 6. Question 6 is Christmas lights. What character would be most likely to use Christmas lights inappropriately, such as to tie someone up, shock someone, rig up an explosive, you name it? Christmas lights inappropriately. Who's the most inappropriate? Okay, so the character most likely to do that might surprise some of my readers, but I think it's April. She does have a mischievous side, and I can see her playing a prank on someone with the Christmas lights, especially Jade. They've been friends for a long time, and yeah, that would be kind of fun. Okay, the next question is 14. And I forgot to mark all these. Let's see where we're at. That was 6, 4, and now 14. Oh, let's just scatter buckshot all over the board. All right, 14 is Santa's coming to town. Is your protagonist naughty or nice? If you had multiple books or protagonists, you can do this for multiple. Well, right now I only have the one book, but it is the first in a series, so we'll see if maybe she changes throughout the series. But right now she's nice. She's not super sweet. She does tend to have problems with anger issues. She kind of flies off the handle and speaks before she thinks a lot of times. But I don't consider that naughty. I consider that just one of her character flaws. In general, she's a good person. She's nice. She wants to help people. She especially wants to protect certain people. So yeah, she's definitely a nice character. Next, number 11. Okay, so number 11 is eggnog. What's your favorite writerly drink, and most importantly, do you ever spike it with alcohol? No alcohol for me. I get migraines, and one of the main triggers for a lot of people is alcohol. So I tend to stay away from the alcohol, though I do love it. Green tea with honey is my favorite, but I do drink a lot of water. A lot. That's about the only other thing I drink is water. But green tea is usually what I drink when I'm writing. I have 2 or 3 cups a day, so not a lot, but there you have it. Next, number 12, right next door. All right, number 12, holiday parties. Do you have a logline prepared for when someone asks you about your book, or do you run and hide? Or do you have a masterful plan of a diversion the rest of us could use? Sorry, no diversion tactics. I used to just stumble through my logline when someone would ask me. I'm playing with the microphone cord, stop it. So yeah, I'd stumble through my answer to that question, and it came out different every time, and I always thought it was horrible. I wasn't explaining myself right. But then I decided, you know what, let's just write it down. So I did work on a logline for a while. I don't have it memorized though. I almost have it memorized. Wait, let's see if I can do it. Camera pressure. No, I can't. I'm going to read it to you. Hang on. Okay, I just read it, but I'm going to try to do it without reading it, like looking at the paper. Can't do it. Can't do it. Oh my gosh. Okay. So a reluctant witch must regain the power she abandoned years ago in order to protect her coven and bring her aunt's killer to justice. Still don't like it, but that's the best I can do. I'm trying to get the book written, so I'm not going to write my logline anymore. I'm just going to use that. Next number, 19. Santa's beard. Who is your oldest character, and around how old are they? Yeah, I was thinking this one was going to come up. My oldest character. How am I going to explain this? Okay, in all honesty, I haven't figured out how old she is, but she's very old. Her name is Grandma Willow. Well, it's Willow, but everyone calls her Grandma Willow, and she's very old. She's the oldest witch in Sugar Hill. Next question is number 23. Traditions. What holidays or traditions exist in your story's world? Or if you have too many to list, what's your favorite? Wow, I haven't really thought to answer this question. Basically, the timeline split with Earth back during the Salem witch trials. I have a whole backstory on that, but I won't go into it. Point is, a lot of the older traditions are the same. The newer ones, not so much. Like Halloween is actually a newer tradition, but it's based on All Hallows Eve, which is an old tradition. So they do celebrate All Hallows Eve. So I don't know. I'll have to come up with some traditions because I don't have any at this point, really. Next number is 24. Yay, I'm finally starting to see a pattern. Okay, so 24, Santa's workshop. Show us your writing space or a picture of your writing space. Bonus points if it's a disaster zone. Well, I don't know about disaster zone, but it's a lot messier than I'd like it to be. Hang on a second. So this is where I usually sit and write. This is the community desk my husband and I share. 2 monitors, yay. So that's where I sit. But I do have my desk in the corner that has obviously my laptop on it. Those are all my books that are new since I started writing. I decided to separate them out. A little idea board, and I just got my NaNoWriMo. Well, this is hard to do. My NaNoWriMo poster, which I love. And yeah, that's it. Why does it look so different? Oh, my light fell again. So if anyone hasn't filmed theirs yet, I highly recommend leaving the camera where it is and either taking a picture or doing the video of showing your space afterwards. Especially if you have a jerry-rigged setup like I do. I'll insert a picture of what it all looks like if I can. I'm using my phone. Anyway, point is, I recommend not taking it apart till you're done filming, because now it doesn't look right. It's crooked or something. I'm sorry. So next number, 8. Santa baby. Which of your characters could romance the presents out of Santa? I almost said the pants off of Santa. Anyway, sorry. Richard Whetstone. He's the CEO of the company April and Jade work for, and he's actually very charming. I don't know if that comes across in the book, probably not. But anyway, next number 10. Question 10, Santa's bag. If you could tell Santa one item that should be given to every writer everywhere, what would it be? That's a good question. That's a really good question. I'm gonna have to think on that one. It's now 5 days later. I've decided that I'm gonna go completely fantastical with this and something that couldn't possibly happen because, hey, it's my vlog, you do your own. I think all writers could use is a magical confidence boost button. You don't need the confidence all the time, because if you did that, I think you'd get a swelled head and then you'd be too confident, and that's not good. But when you're starting to have, what's it called? Imposter syndrome, or when you're reading your beta's feedback, or when you're looking up your reviews on Amazon, or for anything really, if you're trying to write and you're struggling, a little boost of confidence would probably really help. Next question, 17. The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Which of your characters is most likely to steal cookies and or gifts from Santa? You don't steal gifts from Santa. No, you just don't do that. Now, cookies and milk you might be able to get away with. Well, I laughed because I was going to say Mrs. Keepsake, but she loves to bake, so she'd probably end up giving cookies and milk to Santa. Probably Jade, but younger Jade in her youth. She was kind of a little bit of a troublemaker. She didn't like to follow the rules either. Nothing majorly bad, like nothing illegal type stuff. So yeah, Jade with young Jade, I keep doing that, young Jade would steal the cookies and milk from Santa. Next question, 13. Did I get 13? Oh, we're close again, 2 different ways. Santa's list. How many characters in the main cast of your most recent web or publication? We'll say we're going to cut it off. I have a lot of characters. We're going to cut it off and say 3 main ones. Like, main ones. Not talking villainous, not talking mentors, not talking any of that kind of stuff. 3 main ones. Jade, Charlie, and April. They are kind of the 3 musketeers. Well, they turn out to be. I don't want to say much more. Spoilers. Next question. This might be it. 16. Cutting down Christmas trees. Cutting down Christmas trees. Do you edit your manuscript in digital format or print it out? I write it in Scrivener. I do a lot of the editing in Scrivener, but when I send it out for critique partners and betas, I transfer it over to Google Docs. Next question. Number 3. Milk and cookies. What's your favorite writer snack? Bonus if it's milk and cookies. Oh, I wish I could say milk and cookies, but milk doesn't like me. Cookies would be, but they're crumbly, and if they're chocolate chip, which is my favorite, then the chocolate will get on my fingers. So usually I have popcorn, trail mix, anything I can kind of just grab a bite of and keep going without bothering with my fingers getting messy. Next question. Number 2. And that's the game. Well, I have to answer the question first. Number 2. Rudolph, do you have any furry writing companions? Bonus points for showing them on film. Well, you know I have to get the bonus points, but I'm not going to take the camera down until I'm done. So here's an insert of my bonus fluffy writing companions. Well, that's it. That's the Indiecember writing tag. Thank you so much to Megan Tennant. If you're a writer, do this tag. It's fun. It's interesting to see the questions and everyone's answers. I can't wait to watch everyone else's videos. That's it for the video. Please like if you've enjoyed this. Leave a comment. Tell me what question surprised you, or what's a question I didn't answer that you wish I had. And I'll see you next time. Okay, for my writing partners, my fluffy, fuzzy, fluffy writing partners, there's one. This is Pepper. She's a couple years old. And there's her brother Zen. Come here, Zen. They're a year apart. They're brother and sister from the same parents. And yeah, they usually hang out with me under my desk. Oh, what? I know. Okay, this is what he does when he gets excited and he wants to go outside. Come on. As you can see, Pepper is a little bully. Sit. Sit. You're not sitting. Sit. Good boy. Stay. Stay. Everybody say bye. Okay. Go on. Go on.